broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Ooh. Yeah. Very dramatic. Let it build. Yeah! Woo, she's soaring. Hey guys, welcome back to the Supergirl after show here at AFTERBUZZ TV. We have the whole gang back together tonight. We are fired up. All right, so this is episode 5, and it's called How Does She Do It, which was really episode 4. We had the switch around, so it was kind of fun to now go back in time and have this one.
Yeah.
I'm one of your hosts tonight. My name is JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined by these lovely co-hosts.
Hey guys, Nicole Brajer. Good to be back. Sorry I missed you the last 2 weeks.
And you can find me, Stephanie Wenger, at Stephanie Wenger on Twitter.
And I'm Tauri Miller. You can find me at Tauri J. It's Taurijay.
Alrighty.
Well, it's a song. Yeah. That reminded me of the Mickey Mouse song.
All right, let's jump right in. Let's talk more about this little triangle, because this was the episode we were going to learn more about Lucy, so we sure did tonight. We find out more about their past.
Yeah, I love that we kind of got the full circle going, because last week we saw they were going away on a trip together, and then now we kind of realized how that happened, which was nice. I think that was the only thing that didn't play out in the proper order, though, for me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I liked the reasoning behind their relationship breaking up and them kind of getting back together. I thought that it was real fast. Their like whole arc. Like, I thought they'd kind of play it a little longer and being like, will they, won't they? But it was like, no, they're all in. It was great.
You could just see it in his eyes that he still kind of loves her, but also you can tell that he is into Kara. So it's like you don't think so? Give me a look. Oh, you do? Well, yeah. It's you give me like a look. Agreed. Too fast for me. Would have liked to see it play out a little bit more in one more episode. But when a man saves a woman, you know, they get weak at the saves a woman. Yeah, they get a little weak at the knees, you know. And,
right. Yeah. I would have liked the love triangle to be a bit longer. It feels like it's still a love triangle, but to kind of see who he would go to first, and we got that answer very quickly. But I still think it's interesting to see. He still kind of cares clearly for Kara, and so it's interesting to see where that'll go.
Yeah. I agree with all of you guys. I would have liked a little slower burn too, but I like it because maybe this moves things along, so I guess a little faster, so that we news and gossip know that she's gonna have a different love interest coming into her life too. So maybe they need to move the story along a little faster. But I also want to say I think excellent casting. I love watching Jenna Dewan Tatum in this role, so maybe I want that to drag on too, because I want to see more of her. I thought she was excellent.
Yeah.
I'm happy they brought her on. You know, I haven't seen her on TV for a while. I mean, since that show where she played like a witch or something. What was that called?
Right, Witches of Eastwick.
Yeah, whatever it is. Of the East End. Yeah. So I like a little change of pace with her, having her in like a business attire. You know, I think she looks great. So yeah, happy to have her on the show.
How did you guys feel about, they didn't make it be a catfight between her and Kara, so they had more of this like girl bonding thing. Did you like that aspect of it?
I did, and I think it fits well with what we've been seeing on this show, which is like girl power. I feel like if you're having women fight with other women, that kind of takes away from the overall message of this show, which is such like girl empowerment.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I like that it was very much a moment of mutual respect, and that like Kara wasn't trying to sabotage what her and Jimmy were trying to do. She was really in support of them both being happy, whether it's together or not.
Agree.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see a little cattiness, I hope, like down the line. I don't, you know me, I like a little feisty things going on. But I do get it. I mean, they're both professionals, which, you know what I mean, at what they do. They're both respectable women, so I don't I don't see it. I just hope for it. So yeah.
I like how it showed both of their strengths and both of their insecurities. So because she was worried about, well, how can I compete with Superman in a skirt and this hero in a skirt, and then she was having her doubts. I mean, Kara was having her doubts, feeling like Lucy's so beautiful, and so I thought it was just nice to see both of them, and then they realized they both have their
flaws.
Flaws, but also their strengths. So they're both beautiful, and
Yeah, Lucy said, just because I look some way on the outside doesn't mean it matches the way I feel on the inside. And then that's when Kara was like, ditto.
Right.
So I like that little quote. I wrote it down.
Good one. Well, let's talk about poor Win a little bit, being in the friend zone. I know.
I literally wrote down win in all caps with a bunch of exclamation point. I wrote win for the win. Yeah. Only because he had a good, what did he say? That one little...
when the kid where he said, you're getting killed, and he's like, every day, kid.
Every day, yeah. And we literally all out loud, we're all like, aw, poor Win.
Yeah, you feel for him. We talked about it on the podcast last week, that you're just like, oh... Win, you just want him to get her in some capacity, and I'm a huge fan of Jimmy as well, but it's just you feel bad for him as you watch the show, and that's a testament to the writers of anything, because they're put these little one-liners and you're just like, oh, but Win.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing how deep it gets next week, or in what was the next week's episode, it just makes it so much worse, because you see these little seeds being like, oh man, he is pining hard, and then he's gonna get wrecked the next episode. So it makes you feel bad. I don't like this term friend zone, because I mean, yes, he's one of her best friends, and I know he loves her and stuff, but come on, man, just
man up.
Yeah.
No, not man up. Just either say how you feel, or just let it go. Those
I feel
are your
like he
options.
has, though, and that's why I'm getting upset. It's is she that blind to the fact that he loves her?
Right.
She's not stupid. She's Supergirl. So if she's just playing it off, or maybe she'll realize that she is just maybe being a girl and blindsiding it. I don't know.
I thought the irony of it was so interesting, that her sister was telling her about being friend-zoned by Jimmy, and then she was inconsequent kind of friend-zoning Win, and I just was like, oh, this is really sad, because there's so many ways that this I don't know, love square. I don't know what to call it.
Octagon.
Yeah, exactly. And soon we'll have an octagon. It'll be full on crazy. But yeah, it was just interesting to hear her getting advice about not being friend zoned, but in fact she's friend zoning someone else.
Yeah, totally. And she's the one who stood up finally and said she didn't want to talk about it. They need to get back to work. So you think Win is ever going to switch his way he operates to get him to make a point?
Stop helping her out?
I know. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think so. He's invested too long.
Yeah.
Or just, say something, or have a stand-up moment.
This is what I kind of want for him, is a big romantic moment. Because I feel all this helping her, she's not getting it. Even if she's smart and all these other things, she's obviously not getting the message. So at this point, it's time to, pull out the big romantic gesture.
Right.
Yeah.
I want Win to have his own girl, and I talked about this last week, and that I want Win to have someone who is on the same level of for him. I know that the cool TV thing is to have this big romantic gesture, but the way that things are playing out now, I feel if it happens at this point in this show, it's gonna end really badly for him. He's gonna be oh my gosh, I've loved you since the moment I've met you. Here's a million flowers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're the best, and she's gonna be I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You're my best friend. You're like a brother to me.
Yeah.
And then his heart smashes into pieces, and then he disappears from the show for a while.
No.
Yeah. I agree with you. I want him to find somebody else too. I want there to be a different character.
Well, maybe there will, and then Kara will be like, "Oh my God, now I think I love it." And then it'll be too late for her.
We talked about last week, I think, about that he needs to find somebody who it's the first choice. They're each other's first choice rather than...
And then Kara will just be alone.
I don't want her to be alone either.
Because James will have Lucy, and then she'll be left alone.
Kara don't need no man.
She doesn't need no man.
So she's got somebody else coming in now. So her real. Okay, well we'll talk about it now. So her real life husband is coming in and is going to play her love interest. So his name is
This is news to me.
Breaking news!
Oh
Breaking news!
Stop! It's amazing.
Yeah, so he's gonna come in the new year. So I don't know if it's gonna be
so
January
exciting.
or when, but they're filming now.
The Gleeks.
So
The Gleeks are going crazy right now with
I was
me.
gonna say reunited from Glee, which
Yeah.
is so exciting. Yeah, they were a couple
He's
on
such
Glee.
he's such a pretty boy too. It does kind of like fit this whole cast. You know what I mean? Everybody's very pretty in this cast. So cool. I'm excited. Tauri.
Yeah.
he's like, I can't wait.
Totally. Love
So
stuff.
wait, I'm sorry to cut you off with my excitement, but what is he going to?
I don't know. That's all I got.
Just that he's going to be on the show.
Yeah, that he's gonna be on the show.
Yeah, and that he's gonna be play her love interest, but I don't know anything more yet. If you guys know, let us know more. That's as far as I got in my digging today.
No, I'll take. Now that I know that, that's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, we can look for pictures that might be leaking out there. All right, well, that's enough of the romance and the relationships.
Wait, actually, can I say one
or
thing?
not enough.
One
We're going
thing.
back.
Do you guys think? Did you sense some sexual chemistry or something between Maxwell and Alex?
Yes.
When they were talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So did I. Do we foresee? I know we're not at predictions yet, but like we're talking about it. So do we foresee anything with that?
I don't know. I feel like that would be such a weird term to use, but explosive couple.
No pun intended. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Because I feel like that could cause
Right,
controversy.
because
Yeah.
he's so like anti-government, and then she's government, and it all just like
They
seems
both
like
have like parent issues, kind of.
right,
Which
exactly.
we saw from last week.
It'd be interesting, but yeah, that it would be intense for sure.
Yeah. No, I felt it. You can definitely tell that he is interested in her, and he has such like a natural charisma. Like,
Yeah, he's
'cause-
kind of sexy.
Yeah, I mean, you felt it the same thing when he was dancing with
Yeah.
Cat Grant,
Right.
And so like that, I feel like is a piece of his character, but also I think that if they did get together, it would be this amazing dramatic thing, and that like he is definitely gunning for Supergirl, and he doesn't know that they are tied yet. So if this were to happen, I think that it would be such a great catalyst.
Yeah, I like it.
So do we think that the whole Cat chemistry with him and Cat was just like a in the moment kind of thing, or maybe like the two of them will collide?
I kind of feel like that was
We'll
more
have
of
it.
like we're both powerful, playful,
Yeah,
flirty. You
okay.
know, I don't know.
I can agree with
Yeah,
that.
like I think so they definitely have attraction, I think. But for some reason tonight, I thought there maybe could be more
felt it.
potential with these two. Yeah, they make a very attractive couple.
definitely she's so pretty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Very natural, pretty girl. Cool. Okay, that's
Glad
all I
you
wanted to
brought
say
that up.
about
Good
that.
All right. Well, Kat trusted Kara tonight with her son, so it was interesting to see her son introduced to us.
I loved him.
Yeah.
He was so
Yeah. Right?
adorable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I really like
what
that
a
character.
great another good casting for sure. Like just he's so adorable, boy, and just like sweet. I just like really sweet kid.
Yeah.
Like,
His little crush was really cute.
yeah.
Because you could imagine being like a little teenage, I guess I could imagine being a little teenage boy, and there's like this really cute superhero out there. And they established him as being this nerd, so of course he's going to fall in love with her, you know, and the fact that he got to meet her was really nice.
I love the chemistry between Carter and Wynn. I thought
Me
that
too.
was adorable
Yeah.
as well. Nice little touch on that end. But yeah, I'm all for seeing more of Carter. I would like to see him a little bit more in this season, not just from this one episode. I hope.
we get more.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I think he adds an interesting element because she's kind of having to protect him. It's like adding another thing to her plate. Which,
Another man in her life too.
Yeah.
Nevertheless. So
Yeah.
and it was cool to see Kat as a mom, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, mom versus businesswoman. So I
Yeah.
like that too.
Agree. Yeah, we get a little more of her. She always, also has lines and things that speak to feminism, because she was saying how women can have it all. They can have the job and the kid. They just have to learn how to balance things and do things in order, or, get things down first.
I thought it was interesting that was like their notion was that you couldn't have it all at once. You can have one ball, then the next ball, and then all like juggle everything, but you can't do everything all at once, which is, I think, such a message for like probably the target demographic of the show, I assume 20-ish-year-old women. And it was an interesting thing, because I feel like so many of my friends all are always like trying to juggle everything, and if you try to focus on one thing at a time, it ends up going a little bit
because I kind of took it as you can end up juggling everything, but you have to get down the 2 balls first.
Right, exactly.
Then you get down the 3 balls.
Are we talking about the right thing here?
Where did your mind just go? Was it this that got you?
I don't know. 2 balls. I'm like, what are we even talking about anymore? Okay. Sorry. Just wanted to add the humor in there.
I'll keep my hands down like this.
No, but you're absolutely right. I mean, because like any of us, even men and women, it's hard to, like, when we want to do so many things at one time, and we're young and we just want what we want, right? But we have to like climb the ladder, balance it out, and even Supergirl has to do that. And I thought it was very nice to have like her boss tell her that. And I just love how we're seeing Kat and Kara getting along a little bit more, and like Kat's appreciating Kara more, and then thus like Supergirl maybe will be more confident in what she does.
We're definitely seeing the softer side of Kat a bit, which I really like, because I felt like at the beginning of the show, and I think I used this comparison of like The Devil Wears Prada, and now we're kind of seeing those layers being pulled back, and it's interesting to see the parallels between Supergirl and Kat, who is running this major company, and how there's a lot of parallels in like those powerful positions.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, awesome. They were definitely hitting that theme really hard, in that like the whole time they were talking about how Kara can't be everything. She can't be an agent and an assistant and a superhero. And like, I love that the advice isn't coming from like the DEO agents or anything, or Jimmy. It's coming from this really like, it's coming from a regular person who is essentially living an extraordinary life. And I love that that's where her mentorship is coming from.
And I like that she has mommy issues.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Please. I don't even need them. But the reason I live on the West Coast is because my mom's on the East Coast. I can't like fly and like see. Yeah, she's going to kill me. Hi, Mom. Yeah. Love you, Mom.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, really. Won't be seeing you. See you on Christmas, Mom.
Awesome. All right, on that note, let's move on and start talking about Maxwell Lord. Big episode for him.
Yeah.
This one.
Love Peter Facinelli. I just can't get enough. Like, he's so
great.
Yeah, he does a great job in this role. I think we were talking about earlier, super charismatic. Yeah.
I was watching you guys talk with Chris, and Chris was talking highly of him, saying he's a great actor just to even watch. Like he's always thinking, right? He said he was thinking ahead. I thought that was nice to get someone's perspective from on set. So
yeah. I like that he's kind of shaping up to be Supergirl's Lex Luthor, essentially. Like this rich mastermind who's kind of has it in for the super person in town. And he's definitely living up to that standard. Just this whole weaved puzzle that we had to kind of figure out.
Yeah.
Because like we got to the end of this mystery, and there were like 15 minutes left in the episode, and I was like, something else is going to happen. It's going to be great. And it ended up being like exceeded all expectations.
Yeah. I totally agree, because you thought it was like, okay, just wrapped up in it, but you're like, nope. And I like that you kind of find yourself great casting, because you kind of sometimes find yourself not rooting for him, but like
Max?
you want to see more.
I'm not ever rooting for him. I don't like him. I like his face and I love his acting, but the character, I don't trust him.
Yeah, so I mean, you're not wanting him to succeed, but I mean, but he's somebody that he's like that evil character that you want to see more of, though, that you love to watch.
Yeah.
Or like bend and then become nice and then get on the good side like that, which maybe could happen if him and Alex fall in love.
I mean, he could.
Because they were talking and they were talking about him being lonely and right, and he said to Alex that he is lonely, and then she was telling him that, hey, there's no better thing than helping others. So I hope that like maybe something happens where she becomes like the reason he turns good.
I wonder
Right.
if there'll be the slow burn romance.
Yeah.
I like Kara and that whole love triangle. They're like speeding forward with that, and maybe this Alex and I just wanted to call him Peter Faginelli. Maxwell was like maybe that will be a slower burn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could be.
But is he now? I remember like a couple episodes ago we were talking about his character in the beginning and how in the comic book series he's written to be bad.
Yes.
So because this isn't the comic book series, maybe he'll start to be bad and turn good. Like, how do you feel about it?
I mean,
he's a professional,
I think that he's already bad.
right? Which is why I don't trust him.
Right. I think that essentially his whole arc is gonna be like, I don't think he's gonna be the big bad of the season. He might be down the line, but like I think that there are going to be times when he has to team up with like maybe the DEO and Supergirl, but I think that overall he's going to be a big obstacle.
Yeah, because clearly we saw tonight he's putting her through all these tests to try to figure out like what she's made of and what her weaknesses are. And I feel like with his brain and what he does, he's constantly figuring out how he can use that or build something that beat her at,
Right.
or at her game.
So you think that he wants to be better than her, like because he already thinks
think
he's
so.
kind of like this big bad guy, which he is, and he's a badass essentially at what he does with his company, but he wants to like. I don't even know how to put this.
Well, I think he wanted to test her powers because, like, they're figuring out how much, she could lift when that building was collapsing with the bomb, and then how fast she was able to get the bomb away. So I feel like he was also kind of, like, seeing, like, timing her. Like,
right,
basically,
but
what are your
plan?
skills?
Like, what's the plan with that? That's what I'm confused about.
I don't know if he necessarily has a plan. To me, he seems like a character who's really curious, and so he wants to know everything about her. He wants to know her limits. He wants to know who she is, so that if she ever becomes a threat, he can take care of her. If she ever becomes something that might be an asset, he can take advantage of it.
That's good. That's good.
Well put.
And at the end, he said, "What? Like this is only the beginning, or something like
It's
that."
just the beginning.
Yeah. So, oh god, that scares me.
But that'll be fun.
I'm scared.
All right, what else in this episode would you guys like to chat about?
Well, have we gone into how the train situation?
No, let's go to that.
Yeah, for sure.
That was
the bomber.
Yeah, the bomber, which is why the episode was delayed. Yeah, it was interesting to see that there were two bombs, and then obviously we had the one that was a fake bomb. Is that what they were saying?
No, it wasn't fake.
It wasn't fake. It was
real.
It was real.
But
Henshaw.
for Henshaw to keep his cover, he said it was fake.
okay. That's what it.
So
okay.
we're gonna find out about Henshaw soon, right? Because
We have to.
Yeah.
this is having them switched around the episodes from last week to this week. It would have made a little bit more sense, I guess, because they do find out in last week's episode that he killed
right.
Kara's
Right.
adoptive dad,
Yes.
whatever he is. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Like, who poses more of a threat, Henshaw or Lord, to Supergirl?
Right.
I like reading all this stuff, and we actually had one of our watchers, Vern from Vern's Views, did ask asked us guys, what's the prevailing theory about Henshaw? So, and I read a lot online that people are saying they do still think that he is the Cyborg Superman. Yeah, and I could see because even like Livewire last week, so they're all collected in there. So he has all these, villains in there. So if he were to become, or want to, I don't know, awaken them, whatever you call it, and like use them, bring them to life and turn them against her, or like have all this army of these
It
villains.
just confuses me
Right.
so much because why is he like helping her and like basically her right hand man when things get like.
Right.
Well, wasn't the past that? Sorry, go
ahead.
That he ultimately wanted revenge on Superman.
Yes. Well, in his like origin story, essentially, he was driven mad. At a certain point he thought he was Superman, and then he tried to kill Superman. I think that, but I feel like in this story, he's not necessarily evil. I think that from what I gathered from last week's episode is that he isn't part of the prison group that was on Roz. So I assume that he's already established in this world, and he's been part of the DEO as like a plant, or maybe they even know that he is a super, and are just using him that way. So, like, I know that they want us to believe he's evil or that he's, like, super duper secret squirrel, but, like, I think that it's a red herring.
Okay.
Interesting.
As red as his eyes.
Yeah.
I want more of this one. I want to.
Me too, because I don't understand this character yet. I mean, obviously it'll unveil and we will find out, but I don't know. Maybe he's not bad, but maybe killing the. Did we find out? I'm sorry, I'm jumping from thought to thought. Did we find out the reason he killed the dad, or just that he killed him?
Well, I mean, I think it was implied that he was responsible for the dad's death, but it's not necessarily confirmed that the dad is dead. So that's like the new mystery.
It's kind of like O.J. Simpson kill/murder. You
Well,
guys are
that's
like
confirmed.
touchy subject. Okay, but that does make sense. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm still like, he's definitely a gray character to me. Like, I don't see him as like black or like white in terms of like his good or evil kind of thing. It's definitely a situation where he feels like, we always talk about on other shows that I do panels with, that like there are a lot of gray characters, and on this show I feel like there's good and evil, and this is definitely a gray.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, he's a fun one because he's got us all talking about him and all wanting to know, you know.
Yeah.
He plays a big role, though. He plays a big role in the show. I mean, without him, there wouldn't be any like dynamic.
Yeah.
You know, you need him because he's helping her out.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the whole train situation and plane thing today. I got really upset when Lord was like, "Oh, you chose the train over the plane." It's like, no, she didn't. Like, she knew someone was handling the plane. She went over to the train because A, she has a responsibility for the kid. B, if she didn't cut that train off, they all would have died.
Right.
So without her being, I mean, obviously, everybody would have died without Supergirl there. But I don't know. I didn't see it as a choice of like not saving a majority of people over a smaller group. I just saw that she.
Yeah, I agree with you because she said that she had her trust in them, so I felt like she felt like the situation was handled.
Yeah.
And
And does Lord even know? Oh no, he does. No, he doesn't.
No,
he doesn't know that about the DEO.
Right.
Right, and he thinks they're just the FBI. So yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, with their fancy cards that they change.
Yeah, it was good. I love this episode. I thought it was really good. It's really opening up a lot of doors for us to really like try to figure out what's going to happen next. So
Yeah.
I'm loving it. This series is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's really
exciting to watch every week, and people keep coming up to me and asking like, what do you think of the series? And it's just really a fun show.
Yeah, and I can tell the fans are loving it too because there's more and more of them. Yeah, so that's great. Love you guys.
Yeah, they're really on board, Pat. And I think it's really fun to see the different like villains each week too. Or you know, I like having such varied characters come in and shake things up a little bit.
Yeah.
The girl from last week reminded me. I'm sure you guys might have said this. Reminded me of Electrode. Is that his name? Electrode from
Electrode from
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was cool to see the female version of that.
Yeah, she was fun.
She was good. What was the actress's name? Did we get
actress,
that?
I don't remember.
She was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
such
I
a good
enjoyed
story.
It was a great one. All right, anything else before we get?
What else do we have?
Well, what do we think? I guess we could like talk a little bit about predictions now.
Yeah, we're gonna have news and gossip and then predictions.
Yeah.
I only had one more news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
But we already said our news about her husband joining. But the other one was, I'm so sorry if I slaughter her last name every time. Laura Benatti got married.
Yeah, so
So
excited.
congratulations to her. Yeah, there was gorgeous pictures online of her dress and the ceremony, all that. So check those out if you haven't seen them yet. Yeah, so congratulations to her. That's it for our news and gossip.
Cute, really cute photos.
Yeah. Let's go into predictions. I don't know.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I want more of Lucy. I want Lucy to be in danger. Like, that wasn't enough for me, you know, like the bomb. I want her to be, and I don't know. I want something to happen, though, where she realizes that James loves Kara and Kara loves James, and she's the reason why they might get together.
I like that.
Something real quick that I guess we didn't talk about. What I liked in this episode was when Kara did tell him, like, if there's something still there, then you have to go and figure out because you owe it to the next one. He's like, I saw it in there, but yeah, he's
He
like,
knew what she meant, right?
I don't think he did at that time.
I think he did. I thought there was a pause in his face, and he was like,
I didn't take it as he meant it as her calling herself the next one. I thought he got that she's like, oh, that I guess that is a fair point. If I'm not if I'm not over this, I'm not going to be able to love somebody else. But
Right.
in that moment, I didn't read that he took it as she was saying, hey, I'm going to be the next one.
crap.
But I liked that moment a lot.
Yeah, it was a good moment.
Yeah, I think with our news and gossip of her husband joining the show, I think Win is in for, he's like heartbroken that she's not into him, but real heartbreak in seeing her with somebody else truly, because he knows that she's into James, but that to see her with somebody else truly, I think will be heartbreaking for Win.
Aww.
I know. It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking to all of us, clearly.
Well, and he's got a lot of heartrbreak because he also said that his was it this episode when his dad
last
died?
episode,
Yeah, last episode.
Yeah. He's got a lot of sadness in
He
there.
really
Poor
does.
guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll go mad with maybe.
And then he'll turn into
Yeah.
a villain. Oh my god. Hey, I
would
would
be
too
the
if I was
craziest.
And
pushing
it'll
and
get
pushing.
harder with those blue eyes too that he had, and they'll like team up.
Oh
and
my
be,
god. You could have really cute blue eyes.
You Batman and Robin kind of a.
Yeah.
What do I think is going to happen? I mean, I think that in the next 2 episodes, we're going to get Hank Henshaw's reveal, especially now that they're very much into his. Now that they're definitely suspecting him of foul play, so I think that's going to be a very big thing. They can't drag it out too long. So again, 2 episodes, and then. I mean, we have Red Tornado next episode, which will be exciting. I'm wondering how they're going to do all the like wind elemental stuff, so that will be really interesting. For those who don't know, he's android, cyborg, android. He's an android that's kind of like a wind elemental, and so I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping that it really ties into this whole idea that they have this alien prison, because.
Right.
I feel like I need a little bit more of that stuff. We've been spending a lot of time in the like monster of the week stuff, but like we forget that there's a whole prison of bad guys hanging out in the city.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
I feel like the next
them.
2 episodes are going to be absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it'll definitely give us a little bit more perspective because we're all kind of up in the air. I feel like tonight,
Right.
we're just not really sure what's going to happen.
Well, it's great because they've really built that where they've kind of just
they did a
dropped
great
all
job
these.
with that.
I mean, not to say the bomb again, but yeah. So it's kind of like created all these thoughts in our head, and we're like trying to process them right now. So I think
Right.
it's really gonna be fun too. I just jumping on all your bandwagons for the predictions, and I don't have anything new other than that. All right. Well, I think that wraps us up for another show here tonight.
Ready for next week.
Yeah, thanks guys for watching again. Thank you for all your comments. We love reading them and seeing what you guys have to say about it. One more time, where can everybody follow you guys at?
You can follow me at Nicole Brajer on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those fun things.
Yeah, the same. You can follow me at Stephanie Wenger on all social media.
You can follow me at Tauri J. It's TauriJay.
I love that. All right.
Good one.
You can follow me at JJ Jurgens on Twitter, JurgensJJ on Instagram, and at TomBro.tv. Thank you guys so much. We will see you on Monday, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.